You are now tuned into the sounds of Big Nate Sports Talk. It's on all the time, anytime.
Get spoken to. People only see you when you up, then they notice you. Trying to be a legend, create lines that's quotable. Only the real shall last, and I only know a few. People when they feelings always acting emotional. Ain't about a check, then it ain't negotiable. Gotta show respect to the people that's posting you. Soon to be on posters posted up like the older dudes.
Now we aging like fine wine, how we supposed to do. Peep the shade on the timelines, this time posted cool. Shit is black and white like photos from a disposable. Certain situations you ain't end up uncontrollable. All up in their head, I be so confused. I just brush it off, peep the shoulder moves. We all got the same 24, so it's no excuse. Switch it up, we could rap or produce the things you can't have.
You are now tuned in to Big Nate Sports Talk, the show that's on all the time, anytime. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for all content. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your host, Nathan Snell. Bring your sports game with Big Nate Sports Talk.
Thank you, Mr. Anthony Handy, for that lovely introduction. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is your host, Nathan Snell, Big Nate Sports Talk Podcast. This is episode 17, season 12 of the podcast. I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend. We are less than an hour away from the new year. I want to wish everybody a very happy new year, safe 2023, many blessings, and I hope that each and every one of you achieve your goals and admirations for the new year. But before we get into the video, there's a few things I'd like to say up front. The Commanders preview will go live as soon as I'm finished with this one, and I'll do a year review. The Maryland Terrapins had a wonderful weekend of success, and those recaps will start season 13. My goal is still to finish uploading. Have all the episodes downloaded. I just have to upload them. That will take a little bit of time, so please be patient with me. For season 13, we're already in college football playoffs. The Maryland won their Mayo Bowl. Michigan lost, unfortunately. TCU is advancing to national college playoffs. And Georgia right now is down 38-24. So the national playoff championship is the 9th of January. So should be interesting. I'm hoping Georgia can pull the comeback, but plenty of time in the fourth quarter. But in this video, we are previewing the Baltimore Ravens versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, our first primetime game since 2014. And if you remember that game, 2014 was the memorable Jacoby Jones. Shout out to Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Jones almost broke away a kick return for a touchdown, but unfortunately, Mike Tomlin, supposedly he didn't pay attention, what I think is BS. Literally had his foot, and the way he was positioned, it slowed Jacoby's progress, and that should have been flagged. I know he talked about it on Ron Clark's podcast a while ago, and I still don't buy that. But let's get into it. So the last time we talked about the Ravens was against the the Cleveland Browns, excuse me. And I did not know what to expect against Atlanta Falcons team that was coming into this game in the hunt for a playoff spot. And unfortunately, the Atlanta Falcons were eliminated from the playoffs. It was the coldest game at the bank. It's our first playoff appearance in a couple years. We've got 2 weeks to go. We got there without Lamar. We won the last 3 or 4 games without Lamar. and especially last year to watch this team. We're 8-3, first place in the AFC North, and to lose 6 straight games and watch Lamar get hurt. Um, it's a testament of a couple things: um, toughness, togetherness, and also playing hard for each other. Um, you clearly see that the clear identity is defense and a running attack. Do I think it's sustainable in the playoffs? That's yet to be seen. Um, this defense against Atlanta um, allowed almost 327 yards per game. They gave up 327 yards to Atlanta. And I want to see, hopefully, that change. It's Pittsburgh. The same thing. That was the key, let's be in the first time, was a heavy running attack, which we saw the return of J.K. Dobbins, who I still don't think is a really 100%. But definitely he and Gus Edwards are starting to kind of find their stride. Even though I'm a little disappointed that if it's a running offense, they should be used a little bit more than they've been used with Lamar out there. But now that Lamar's not there, you're starting to see them used more than before. Now, this Pittsburgh Steelers team, they've won five of the last 7 games. They beat an atrocious Las Vegas Raider team. That game was for Franco Harris. May he rest in peace. One of the great Pittsburgh Steelers legends who'll be known for that reception against the Raiders, ironically. This team, even though this team has kind of been struggling a little bit. Kenny Pickett, I still think has a bright future. George Pickett's at the game-winning touchdown. They've held 5 opponents straight under 17 points or less, because they forced Las Vegas to turn their ball over 3 times and held them to 13 first downs and on a little over 200, like about 200 yards, if I remember correctly. Same thing with coming into this game. We won 17-9 against Atlanta. We were not still struggling in the red zone, and that's something we need to continue to fix. It comes that what my concern is, we're too reliant on Justin Tucker. Excuse me, because I was made that whole time. I apologize. They're going up against a Steeler team that's looking to finish strong. Baltimore is 1 game behind Cincinnati for the AFC North, and they're going up against a Buffalo team that is, for the most part, I think, going to win the AFC East. I was never sold on Miami. The Jets, I think, have some internal issues. I don't think Zach Wilson's the entire reason for their struggles, but that's a whole other subject for another video. So, because Los Angeles won as well, if we win, whether this week is for the division, so whoever wins gets the division. So right now we're currently the 5th seed. Pittsburgh still has a chance to make the playoffs. I think from what I saw, it's like a less than 5% chance. At the last 2 games, I know if Miami beats New England, Pittsburgh is eliminated. So, as I was saying, for this defense that we're going against, Tyler Huntley, this is his 4th starting game as a starting quarterback. Now that Lamar will not be there. Second time he's seen Pittsburgh this season. He threw for 88 yards and ran for 31 on the 11th before he got hurt. This defense is coming in hot. This defense forced Las Vegas to turn the ball over 3 times, held to 13 first downs and less than 200 yards, about 200 yards to be exact. If I remember correctly, that stat. When I look at this offense for Baltimore, it's going to be interesting to see how Greg Roman attacks that defense. To me, I was very, very disappointed to see J.K. Dobbins, for example, out there in the second half for one drive, and then Gus Edwards took over. I want to see them utilize a little bit more. Now, I'm not sure if this is J.K. Dobbins still on the pitch count. If it is, I'm not surprised because I still don't think he's 100%. That's just my opinion. It's going to be interesting to see how they attack that off. That's point number one. Because these two together, 28 carries for 186 yards. Where I'm going to look for these guys to have the same production. Kenny Pickett, for this, he is the guy he's the future for the Steelers. He did only have one pass in our loss because he also got hurt. We're third against the run. We're allowing about 87 yards per game. And we're 24th against the pass, which is about, I want to say the stat like 239 and a half yards given up. They did throw the ball 31 times the first time we saw them back on the 11th of December, and they ran the ball 20. So you're looking to see if Pittsburgh has that kind of balance, which I think they will. I'm also looking at two teams that are really battling for payback. I mean, this is a Steeler team that swept us last year. So for me, it's still going to be the same momentum. I think that everything is riding on the Baltimore Ravens. Regardless what happens out there, it's going to be a good game. And I'm hoping that these guys finish these next 2 games strong. And we're at home. So this was supposed to be a 1:00 game, but due to scheduling, they've changed it to a primetime game. So it's going to be interesting to see how this Raven team looks on primetime. So I'm going to predict the Baltimore Ravens defeat the Pittsburgh Steelers in the new year 24-14.
Guaranteed.
Think that the momentum is on Baltimore's side. It's an easy swing. But be cautious because I don't know what to expect with the same Raven team that lost to the Browns, only put 3 points. So I don't know what to expect, but I expect it to be a good game. But with that being, let's move into the last podcast. I can't talk today. Forgive me.
Incoming message.
Thoughts are running through my mind, so I took some time to find a minute or two to organize.
Final message. Happy New Year. 2023 is upon us. Still got plenty of time left. Stay safe out there. Enjoy the fireworks. Yeah, I mean, we got 2 more weeks of NFL football, and we got the playoffs. Basketball is moving right along. Hockey's moving right along. College football, college basketball is moving right along. So just enjoy the rest of the year. Let's make 2023 a good year. So with that being said, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And yes, Lucinda, it's almost 2023. Excuse me. I apologize. Well, like I said, please like, comment, subscribe. I will catch you on the next episode with the Washington Commanders versus those Cleveland Brownies. Peace.
Broken future, all the plans you made in your heart grew just to die. And now your damaged goods, damaged should have never been. Thought you were bulletproof, look at you, what happened? Did she hurt you?